Hi everyone, I'm Paul and I tell you everything you need to know about the artisanplus planning and inventory solution for coffee roasters. Today we are looking into how to schedule your day by planning your roast session and synchronizing it with the Artisan roast control system. So we are starting this time with the artisanscope roast software. Head to the view menu and open the schedule window. Not surprisingly, it's empty and we can open here the artisanplus scheduler. This time the web page is in its dark mode, just to show it's possible. It looks like this. On top is basically a calendar showing yesterday, today and the next few days. And on the bottom, which I can increase the size or decrease as I want, I enter the data. For example, I look for a certain beans, the Cherry Robusta, and say I want to have 2 batches. I enter the batch size here. If I have some previous roasts, then by one click I can adapt the previous batch size. So I have these 2 batches and I can now choose on which day I want to plan this, in this case today. Let's take another one, use the Coupon Deluxe. Let's also have 2 batches, 10 kilograms, and we can choose the storage location from where the beans come. And importantly here, I can choose a roast template. We'll look in another video how to fill this drop down. I can also choose the machine on which it should be roasted. If a machine name is missing, you can add it here. You can also choose the user if a particular roast master should do that. So we add this to today as well. That if we switch to the artisanscope, it automatically synchronizes the calendar and the planned roasts show up here. If I click on one item with a template, it's directly loaded in Artisan. Let's go back. We can still make changes to our plan. So I can delete an entry here, or I can adjust, for example, the number of batches or any other information, and click on the OK button to save the changes here. You can see it's now 3 batches, and we can double check that it is updated here. We get a small warning because it's today's roast and the roast master should be notified. So let's add a 3rd item here. And sometimes we want to have a specific amount of roasted coffee, say 50 kilograms. So it automatically calculates with the given loss the amount that we need. And we have 2 choices here. So we want to have 6 batches. We can do 60 kilograms by clicking here. Or we can save a little bit of beans by adjusting the batch size accordingly. Let's do that. And let's pick another target roaster, Trish here, and add it to our roast day. Now we have a total of 11 roasts, 120 kilograms, and the roasting time will be approximately 2 hours. Switching back to the Artisan client, you see they're synchronized, and currently I see all of the planned roasts. If I want to see only those that are supposed to be done by myself, I can add a filter here. The roaster is still in charge, so I can reorder the items here and start with a specific one if I want. We start and the roast is running through in top speed, and as soon as we hit drop, you can see that the planned 3 batches have been changed to 2 batches because one is now already completed. You can see there is 1 batch, 10 kilogram in the completed section. If I click on that, I can conveniently enter the roasted amount and also some other information, defects, and for example, the ground color of the roasted beans here. As soon as I press enter, the information is transferred back to the artisanplus web client. We can see two things have happened. First, everything is gray because today's schedule is now locked as roasting has already begun. So I can't delete anything and I can't save any changes to each individual item. The second change is the red bar that appeared, which shows the number of roasts that still have to be done for that particular item. So in this case, 2/3 of the 3 roasts still have to be done. We also informed that one of the 11 roasts has been executed, and specifically one of the 3 roasts of this item. For even more information, we can click on this little roaster icon here and directly see the list of roasts associated with that particular item. And we can directly jump to that roast to see more information. Let's do that, and we can see our roast of 10 kilograms with a relatively high loss, that's why it shows in red, and the information, for example, the ground color and also the template that has been used for that roast. So that was a very basic introduction to the scheduler mechanism of artisanplus. So look forward to the next videos where I will go into more details about choosing and selecting templates, about unlocking today's schedule to make necessary changes, and a lot of the other great features of artisanplus.